Let me see, is it focused? Is it? Okay, cool. Let's roll. What is up, everybody? It's your boy David Jeremiah here with TrenDee Productions. We're about to show you guys 5 important tips to properly light your green screen and your subject for your green screen shot, or just for a general shot, mainly for green screen. Let's get into it. Okay guys, let's switch over to handheld really quick. I'm just going to leave the light back there. I want you guys to see this. We're going to show you how to light the green screen and light your subject. I'm going to show you guys 5 important tips on how to do it effectively every single time. I'm going to show you 1-point lighting, 2-point lighting, 3-point lighting, 4-point lighting, and 5-point lighting, okay? We're going to just use some basic kit lights, nothing fancy and expensive, like 80 bucks for the entire kit, so you can get started right now. You don't have to, stress out, think about one day you can afford expensive equipment. We're just going to use some basic stuff, okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. 1-point lighting. 1-point lighting is very simple, pretty straightforward. Pretty much I would suggest only 1-point lighting. If you're going to be doing a very up-close shot, as you can see, the light is right here, unless you have a really powerful light to shoot from far back. With something like this, you would want to kind of go kind of up and down to run the shadow from behind you, because if you get rid of the green screen like this, if you see that shadow there, very nasty. You do not want that. So point number 1 will be avoid shadows at all costs. No shadows. None. Because if you have any shadows at all, it's going to give you a really nasty black kind of pixelated looking thing behind you, and it just looks really gross. You don't want that. You primarily want to have it kind of coming up and down at your subject to run that shadow away as much as possible while getting as much light on your background and on your subject at the same time. 2-point lighting. If you got 2 lights, you are in good shape, my friend. What you want to do is you want to aim your light in a diagonal way so that it's not harsh. That's called a hot spot. Whenever you have a light that is harsh on your background, that is called a hot spot. You don't want that, because just like those hard shadows I told you about, very harsh white spots can now make it really hard for your computer to read the cloth as green when you go to cancel out the green screen. It will now read it as just a white spot and not as a green screen. So you don't want that. So what you want to do, instead of aiming the light directly at the green screen, you want to rather kind of put it in a diagonal fashion, so it's kind of sliding across the green screen. You want it to roll off the green screen. So once you have 1 light, now I want to come and do the same thing to this side. Now as I stand here in the middle, if you look behind me, you can't see pretty much any. This light is forcing the shadow off the green screen that way, and this light is forcing the shadow off the green screen that way. So now when they merge this way, it just totally cancels that out. Sometimes with the green screen, it can feel like you're in a battle between your light and the shadows. So once you've got it set up correctly, your light should be spilling over to your background to cancel out any shadows, as well as giving you a nice even green screen, and giving you some nice spillage over to both sides of your face, which is decent, which is pretty good. You're doing good. You got 2 lights. Now if you want to do even better than that, let's move on to 3-point lighting. Alright, I'm going to be honest. If you got 3-point lighting, you just straight up professional, yo. You straight up ready for Hollywood. Okay, well, maybe not quite yet, but you're well on your way, because 3-point lighting is the sweet spot, especially for beginners. If you have 2 lights that you can dedicate solely to lighting your background, do you have a 3rd light solely to accenting and highlighting your skin tones? You're on a great path. You see, the 3rd light is only for your subject. So now that you have a 3rd light, you can now reposition, so you can now step up from the green screen to help, separate your subject from the background even more. Okay, so now we've learned 1-point, 2-point, 3-point, and now we're about to learn 4-point lighting. Essentially, it is the exact same thing. Whoopsies. Essentially, it is the exact same thing, but just with 4 lights. All you're going to be doing is using these 2 front lights now to light both sides of your subject's face. Just like you have 2 lights shining on both sides of your background. So as you can see, this is looking pretty professional. Now, onto the big money. The 5th light. You may be saying, what in the world do you need 5 lights for? For the 5th light, I'm going to dismount the camera to show you because it's kind of up on the wall. I'm just going to show you. So our 5th light is actually what I like to call our halo light. It is just a light that shines on the back of your subject's head and shoulders to kind of give a glow effect. I don't know if you've ever seen that like on the news or something like that. It's not that noticeable, but it is, a stylistic choice, and it helps to separate your subject from your background. Let me show it to you really quick. So that's it right there. Just a small light kind of mounted on the background. So I'm going to count backwards, and I'm going to show you guys all the lights that we used. Let's go. Number 5. It is our halo light, the light that separates the subject from the green screen. Not necessary, but stylistic, and it looks kind of nice. Number 4, it is an extra accent light for your subject only. Number 3, it is also another accent light for your subject only. Number 2, it is one of your background lights. And number 1, it is your primary background light. So there you have it, guys. The 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 point lighting systems. I hope that you guys learned a whole lot in this video. If you don't know zip about green screening at all, click this video right here and I'll break it down for you step by step. Don't forget to also hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I don't want you guys to miss one video because we upload twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday. So don't miss out. Leave a comment for me down in the bottom. Let me know how many lights are you using. Until next time, guys, I'm David Jeremiah. Remember, put your dream on the screen. I'm out.